right? She cried. Doink. We're at the 60th anniversary poll. And I found the David Tennant rankings a bit curious, right? A bit curious. I disagree with basically all of them. That's from the 11th hour, that thing. Fine. So let's. I guess I got to open my own rankings as well at the same time. So let me get a new file open. She cried. So what are they saying is a number one? Day of the Doctor. I would have to agree, actually. I mean, it's not really a Matt Smith episode, but it's a really strong episode. No, I will keep that at the top. Day of the Doctor. I mean, honestly, I think I like an anniversary special, right? I think they're normally kind of fun. Yeah, let's see. So Vincent and the Doctor. Do I think that's better than Dare the Doctor? No. I found Dare the Doctor more entertaining. Vincent and the Doctor was an excellent episode, right? An excellent episode. So far, I'm lining up with it, right? I'm lining up with them. Vincent and the Doctor. Pandora, the 11th hour. I'll put that above Vincent and the Doctor. Now, in terms of being a Matt Smith, I don't want to put Dare the Doctor as his number one because that's not really a Matt Smith episode. It's a David Tennant episode. It's a War Doctor episode. Whereas the 11th hour, that is pure Matt Smith. But I found Dare the Doctor more entertaining. Okay, I'm keeping Dare the Doctor at the top. Let's go for the 11th hour. See, for me, that's number two. The best, by far. The best opening episode, right? I don't think anything even touches that. Then a Pandorica opens a Big Bang. It's not the best two parts they did. Do I think it was better than Vincent and Doctor, or I don't think Pandorica? Yeah, I think Vincent Doctor was better. Pandorica opens Big Bang. I mean, there are fantastic moments. I love the music that kind of is made up of backward playing notes as he's going backwards through his time frame, right? And let's pull out that clip. I mean, that's just one of the all-time great moments in Doctor Who, right? His performances is perfect, right? I just absolutely, there's not a moment where I'm not convinced that he's the same person as Tom Baker, right? And Patrick Troughton, right? And John Pert. Everything about that is perfect. Let me pull up that clip. And second, it'll be Series 7, right? No, not Series 7, Series 5. There. My mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it? It was in the Big Bang, I think, right?
The Pandora.
Where is it? No, wait, I'm in the wrong one. Is this? Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. Great little scene.
And the days that never came.
Man, that Murray Gold soundtrack just adds so much to it. It's beautiful.
The cracks are closing. But they can't close properly till I'm on the other side. I don't belong here anymore.
I mean, even the lighting, right, which it kind of feels like water reflecting off the surface. I mean, like reflecting off water surface.
I think I'll skip the rest of the rewind. I hate repeats.
Man, what I just this guy is a perfect choice. This guy is a Vivek Ramaswamy of Doctors. He is absolutely perfect. Queen Charlotte is here, not Queen Charlotte. Queen Charlotte is here. Thank you for joining us, Charlotte.
Live well. Love Rory. Bye-bye, Bob.
Right, yeah, just excellent. But there's a bit where he's like over here, where the music playing back.
And you won't even remember when you were 7.
I honestly, it was just so cleverly done. Like and yeah, I think so many people picked up on him not wearing his jacket or wearing his jacket or whatever it was. But yeah, it was just gorgeous, right? Absolutely gorgeous. Fine, I'm only 3 stories in. 4 stories in. Big Bang. Okay, that was a good one. Doctor's Wife. The problem is that these are all great. These are all like freaking awesome. Where do I put Doctor's Wife? I would put that. Would I put that above Vincent and the Doctor? I mean, just by a micro a micro level. Doctor's Wife. So the next one is Time the Angels, Flesh and Stone. That's it. Oh my God, that's fantastic. That is okay. That's going up the top. Yes, because that's pure Matt Smith. Yeah, Flesh and Stone. What's saying Flesh and Stone? The opening to that is one of the greatest openings I've ever seen. Right? It's stunningly good with River Song, getting sucked into the spaceship. Oh man, it is fantastic, right? I mean that I think that's Doctor at some of its best. So the Impossible Astronaut Day of the Moon, that's not as good. I mean, the reason that's not as good is because that his second season didn't hold together as well as his first season, right? It seemed like it did, like the when a good man goes to war, but when you watch it back, it's not as strong as it thinks. So I'm going to put that. After Pandora opens. That's so. I mean, it's a pretty darn good story though. Astronaut Day of the Moon. I mean, the only thing I didn't like about it was the real shoehorning in of same-sex marriage. Day of the Moon. When listen, when what's his name from whatever that guy's name who's the fanboy was who was in X-Files or something like that. He's been in a bunch of stuff, right? His character when he's talking to Nixon and says, I don't think you would like who I like to marry. Said, Negro is she? I'm a more open-minded than you think, says Nixon. And he says, yes, he is. It's just ridiculous. In the 60s, yeah, you would have gay people. Nobody thought about gay marriage, right? I mean, it's like, I think as many people thought about gay marriage as they thought about getting weird, like getting that thing, right? Nothing about this is normal, right? They thought about this as much as gay marriage. So that was just kind of stupid, if you ask me. Christmas Carol, though, man, that's the best Christmas special. So where does that go? I think that goes up the top as well. I think that's number 2. Chris, that's ahead of Day of the Doctor. Yeah. So Amy's Choice, that's very high up. And in this last thing, it was at number 18. Now it's at number 9. And man, jumped up 9 spots. That's really interesting. I'm putting that at the bottom right now. Amy's Choice. What else we got? The Girl Who Waited. I'm putting that after Amy's Choice as well. The Girl Who Waited. That was Chibnall, wasn't it? That's probably one of his best episodes he did. But the God Complex, that was excellent. Oh, excellent. I'm going to put that after Impossible Astronaut Day of the Moon because it's excellent, but not like all-time great classic, right? Una is pretty darn good, isn't it? It is pretty darn good. The God Complex. Name of the Doctor. Man, that's quite far down. It was at number 5 last time. Now it's at number 12. Name of the Doctor is... No, I think that was better. That should be higher up, right? I'm gonna... Where would I put that? Do I prefer that or the God Complex? I mean, you had like the Whisper Man. You had a lot of good going on there. I'm still putting it after God Complex, right? I'm still putting it after God Complex. The name of the Doctor. And then the Snowman. Snowman's about in the same spot. I'm going to put that... I'm putting that at the bottom because I didn't like the... there's a lot about it I didn't like. I didn't like the Paternoster Gang. I didn't like the TARDIS on top of the clouds. I thought Clara, while she was hot, was just kind of again, she didn't get the naturalism that you had in Good Companions, right? Like Rose, I thought was a real person. Amy, I thought was a real person. Clara never struck me as a real person. So, Time of the Doctor. So that was his last episode. I thought that was a good one. Where would I put that? Is that above Pandorica Opens and Big Bang or not? Yeah, I think it is, actually. I think it is. The Time of the Doctor. I mean, look, they shoehorned in the Christmas thing a bit in the like uncomfortably. So Angels Take Manhattan. Whoa, that deserves to be kind of lower down. Yeah, I'm putting that at the bottom. The Angels Take Manhattan. And still, I would happily watch that. Like that is not a bad episode by any stretch of the imagination. Good Man Goes to War. Again, I'm going to put that after. I'm going to agree with them. That's after Angels in Manhattan. Good Man Goes to War. But then Asylum of the Daleks, I thought was better than everybody else think. I thought, and that's a really solid little episode. It's a good Dalek episode. Above or below the God Complex is the question. It's kind of tied with it for me. I'm going to put that above, I think. But it's kind of, they're pretty much the same, right? People hate that story, right? They just hate it. I don't know why. Asylum of the... I really liked it. I liked the expansion of the Dalek lore. Crimson Horror, I will put way at the bottom. Right? Way at the bottom. I was always surprised. I mean, I should really give that another watch, but it just seemed like they're using the Peaky Blinders set to me. But that's how it really struck me. Crimson Horror. Hyde was better than Crimson Horror. Not that much better. I would put that... I'm going to put Hyde below The Girl Who Waited and above The Snowman, just because I like the originality of it, right? And there's a lot about it I did like. Cold War, yeah, listen. The Ice Warriors outside their armor was disappointing, shall we say. David Warner's use was disappointing. A lot of it was disappointing, right? I'm going to put that after The Snowman before Angels Take Manhattan. Is what's it called in Cold War? Nearly a good episode. Came close, right? Came close to being a good episode. The Lodger. Why is the Lodger so far down? I mean, other than I can't stand what's his name. What's that guy? The guy who's like a massive pussy. What is his name again? Oh. Let me look at Doctor Who, the Lodger. Yeah, I mean, like, it loses points to him just being so freaking annoying, right? Written by Murray Gold, though. And I kind of like the idea of James Corden, right? James Corden hurts that episode a lot, right? A lot. Asylum of Let's Hide all the classic Daleks. There's a bunch of classic Daleks in there, I thought. I don't know. So the Lodger. I think I would put that higher up, actually. That's after Amy's Choice. The Lodger. I kind of felt, I like that they were doing something I felt original, pushing Doctor Who forward. Bells of St. John. Again, I'm going to put that right off the Lodger, quite frankly. Bells of St. John. Blimey, he's getting really bad with his latest stuff, isn't he? Vampires of Venice was freaking excellent. What's that doing all the way down there? Vampires of Venice, I mean, it's great. I love that one. Where am I going to put Vampires of Venice? Certainly above Asylum of the Daleks. Certainly, I think above Impossible Astronaut Dare the Moon. Yeah. Vampires of Venice. That sounds fair. Town Called Mercy. Yeah, that's towards the bottom. That's above Crimson Horror. Town Called Mercy. Where are we up to next? Hungrier. Oh, no. Where are we up to? The Beast Below. So where the Beast Below fails, in my estimation, come back. Yeah. Where the Beast Below fails, in my estimation, is that when you see like that, like weird tentacle thing attacking the Doctor and Amy, it doesn't look like it belongs to the space whale thing. That thing never joins up. Other than that, I thought it was quite a good episode. Oh, God, this is getting tough now, isn't it? So Beast Below, I'm going to put that below Hyde and above the Snowman. The Beast Below. Okay. What's next? What are we up to? The Wedding of River Song. I understand why that's lower down. But it's better than the Snowman. It was better than Bells of St. John, better than the Lodger, better than Amy's Choice, I think. Okay, that goes after the Name of the Doctor and before Amy's Choice. The Wedding of River Song. Fine. Hungry Earth, Cold Blood. Yeah, that's one of the weaker ones. Because it's Shimron putting it at the bottom. Cold Blood. Yeah, I'm putting that at the bottom. Rebel Flesh, The Almost People. That goes not that high. Yeah, I think that goes right above it. The Almost People. It's a shame, right? Because it looked like it'll be good. Rebel Flesh, Almost. I mean, that's an episode that worked best on the arc story rather than on its individual one. Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. It didn't really connect with me, but it wasn't right at the bottom. That's after Cold War and before Angels Take Manhattan. So Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. Where are we up to? Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. Let's Kill Hitler. That wasn't that bad. Again, I'm surprised that wasn't higher up. Right? I am surprised that it wasn't higher up. I'm going to put that above the Bells of St. John and underneath the Lodger. Let's Kill Hitler. Power 3, right at the bottom. Snooze Fest. Hour of 3. That was a snooze fest, right? It really was. Victory of the Daleks. Oh, no. Other than the Teletubby Daleks being kind of shit, that was a good story. Yeah, was it? Not Ray McAnally. Who was in Victory of the Daleks? Hang on. Victory of the Daleks. Is it Ralph Richards? What's the name of the... Ian McNeil. No, not Ian McNeil. Bill Patterson. right? And he had Churchill in it. Man, there was a lot. That's got to go way up there. Oh, that's going way, way up there. It's I think that goes above Vampires in Venice, under Pandora Open. Victory for the I mean, it's not their fault that, the Teletubby Daleks were shit, right? Man, that is way down there. Night Terrors was a strong episode as well. I don't know why it's so far down. I'm going to put that one. I think I'm going to put that above Let's Go Hitler and under The Lodger. Yeah, that's right. I think it's right. Night Terrors. Okay, The Rings of Akaten. There's no saving that one, right? That's going near the bottom. I mean, what did you have to have the Flash Gordon scooter, like the big leaf? Oh my stars! Everything about it. Yeah, look, they can't all be winners, mate. Right? They can't. I mean, they can't all be winners. And I get it was, it was nearly good, right? Which is kind of tragic. Closing Time, I'm putting way higher up, right? Way higher up. Closing Time. I think after The Lodger, that kind of goes well with it. Closing Time. Journey to the Center of the TARDIS. I think it gets a bit of a bum rap as well. Around Crimson Horror level. Let's put that, above Rebel Flesh and under Crimson Horror. So Journey to Center of TARDIS. Journey to the Center of the TARDIS. How is the black spot all the way at the bottom? And it hasn't even moved. Hasn't even gone. How is that so far down? That makes no sense. That's freaking awesome story. I mean, I think Amy being a pirate is excellent. Wow, I'm really surprised it's so far down. I'm going to put that. I think is it above or below Victory for the Daleks? I think just below. The Curse of the Black. How does that so low? That's beyond me. Nightmare in Silver. That shouldn't be so low either. I mean, it didn't really work, but I don't know. I'm going to put that next to Snowman and Cold War. Nightmare in Silver and the Doctor Widow and Wardrobe. I'm still putting that above. Yeah, is it? Shall we put it above Hungry Earth or below Hungry Earth? I think below. The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. Fine, so let's have a look at my list, which is way better. Okay? I hate to brag, but it's way better. Hate to be braggadocious. I love being braggadocious. Yeah, so let's share that. They've got Millennium Effects or Nick to build them, not the creepy theater props company. What, they're talking about the crappy theater props. We're talking about the scooters, or we're talking about the new Cybermen? I don't know. 1 second. Share screen. So here we go. This will be my list. Man, Time of the Angels and Flesh and Stone at number 1, right? It's I think that's fair. I do think that's fair. Here, let's look at the opening for a second. Video file. Where is it? Time of the Angels. Teletubby Daleks. Yeah, you're right. Where is it? Yeah, so I love that she's leaving her message there for the Doctor. Yeah, this is it. This is freaking awesome. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, I stand by this then. I stand by that as this being my favorite Matt Smith story because it's so pure Matt Smith, right? It just is his Doctor through and through, right? The action adventure, the Doctor Who-iness of it, everything about it, I think is perfect, right? Where'd they come on their list? Low down. Where is it? It came number 6 on their list. Christmas Carol, the best Christmas episode of all time. They're the Doctor because it's freaking awesome, right? It is freaking awesome. Yeah, let's just watch the clip from that as well, because when you get all the Doctors together, I mean that's just beyond awesome. That was what, series 7, I believe. They're the Doctor. Again, fantastic opening. Yeah, this is it. Oh.
Calling the War Council of Gallifrey. This is the Doctor.
You might
I wonder who did the voice.
say I've been doing this all my lives.
Good luck.
Stand by.
Ready. Commencing calculation. Turn me there.
Across the boundaries that divide one universe from another.
Got to lock onto his coordinates.
And for my next trick,
I mean, it's just all perfect, right? It's all, and Stephen Moffat's explanation about not. He said he could have talked Chris Eccleston into it, but he didn't really want to do it, right? I understand. He said, but then not putting him in this bit would have been weird, right?
I didn't know when I was well off. All 12 of them.
No, sir.
By the way, did you notice that he just Sylvester McCoy just changed costumes? Was it? But again, this was the biggest squee bit.
All 13!
That was a bit. But here, just do Sylvester McCoy just changed costumes.
I was happy with Freddy.
Just about ready to do it.
Where are they?
You know, like those stasis cubes?
Calling the War Council of Gallifrey.
Okay, well, let's pick against Sylvester
You might
McCoy.
say I've been doing this all my lives.
Where is it now?
Good luck.
Stand by.
Ready. Commencing calculation. Turn me there.
There you go. Right, so he's in his old question mark jumper there. And then a second later.
Gentlemen.
Where'd it go? There you go.
sir.
Right. Then it was in his regeneration. Oh, yeah, look. Okay, freaking awesome. It was just so much fun, right? It's crazily fun. Victory from the Dark. Where are we up to? So that's I'm only up to like the 3rd episode. 11th hour. Perfect. A perfect first story, right? It's just perfect. Doctor's wife. Perfect, right? I got my my junk TARDIS up. Oh, man, the junk TARDIS was fantastic. But there's so much optimism and happiness and excitement about this era, right? Everything is brimming out with Matt Smith's, massively charismatic and enthusiastic performance. I mean, just like, guy was born to play the Doctor, right? Absolutely born to play the Doctor. Doctor's wife, Vincent the Doctor. Yeah, listen, not a dry eye left in the house. And Tony Curran as Vincent Van Gogh was perfect. Tony Curran, by the way, was the main force where I watched the entire show, Defiance. He was great in that, and the rest of the show was deeply mediocre. It was like Earth Final Conflict, if you remember that. Not as bad as Nightman, which is one of the worst shows ever made. Time of the Doctor, yeah, fantastic regeneration story. I think it did a lot, right? Time of the Doctor had to wrap up the labyrinthian 11th Doctor era, right, with all the plot threads, and it did it, right? It did it, and it really, no, sir, all 13. I know, freaking awesome, right? Colin Archer, freaking awesome. So weren't we in the top 10? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, well, it's number 7. Number 8, Pandorica from Big Bang. And an awesome story like Pandorica. Again, this is like Indiana Jones meets Doctor Who. It's got that kind of excitement. In fact, the scene where they went into the Underhenge, right? When they went under Stonehenge, when they were filming it, they filmed it with the Indiana Jones music, not the the one where he goes into, like, the Lost Ark or whatever, right? And because that was the right music for it. we're up to victory for the Daleks. Yeah, listen, again, freaking bad. I mean, his first season was as perfect as the season gets, right? And Curse of the Black Spot, whoa, did he get to number 10 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Curse of the Black Spot, number 10. Yeah, I think I'm right about that. Vampires in Venice. Do I have the that season 5 trailer? I think I did. Let's have a look. Because the season 5 trailer is just freaking awesome, right? Where is it? It's one of the things I normally keep around. Because wait a minute, I made a folder of that stuff. Where is it? This must be it. Hang on. 50th trailer. No, we might watch that in a minute. I don't know. Where is it? There we go. Season 5. Let's look at that trailer. Because like this shows you how great, you know, the 11th Doctor was.
My name is Amy Pond. When I was 7, I had an imaginary friend. Last night was the...
Well, your imaginary friend's looking at your knickers right now, darling. But you know what? I would have the same expression on my face too. But again, it's stuff that you really haven't seen in Doctor Who before. But it's still so authentic to the character, right? Really is.
night before my wedding, and my imaginary friend came back.
All of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will. Where do you want to start?
And the theme they made for him as well, again, the madman in a box.
Anywhere you want, anytime you want. One condition, it has to be amazing.
Oh, that was
Stop.
You might want to find something to hang on to.
It begins!
okay. It was worth it just for that line, right? The Dalek in World War II. Best sonic screwdriver as well. Oh, I'm just going to point this out. This teleport effect was one of the best teleport effects I've ever seen. Danny Boy to the Doctor. Like, just from that, I want Mark Gatiss to do a Dan Dare TV show. It'll be awesome. Oh, awesome! I mean, again, the one-armed Cyberman. Spitfires in space, baby. I mean, really? How'd you get better than that?
Tell me the whole plan.
One day that'll work.
Again, it's so unique to this incarnation, right? And yet, so incredibly authentic as a Doctor.
One simple instruction.
Don't follow me under any circumstances.
Will you follow him?
Of course.
And yeah, the Amy, the whole companion, Amy, Rory, it all worked. Everything about this is just it was lightning striking in a box.
Because this is what I do every time, every day, every second. This. Hold tight. Because it will change your life.
There's one thing you never put in a trap if you're smart, if you value your continued existence. If you have any plans about seeing tomorrow, there's one thing you never, ever put in a trap.
I mean, that's the best music ever. I mean, it really is a Bad Man of Box theme.
Me.
That is a high bar. That is a high bar that Rusty was going to get over, and I don't think his plan of Invasion of the Tranners will do it. Frankly, I just don't. Fine. Vampires of Venice, yeah, we saw that look wonderful. Impossible Astronaut Dare the Moon, yeah, look, there's so much about it that was good, right? So much iconic imagery, the spacesuits, right? It's so much about it, and and another great new villain, right? You had the Silence, then you got you had the Weaving Angels, then the Silence. I mean, just a great villain, got a fantastic Doctor Who monster. It was like, and they did the little marks on their faces, right? So scary. Right? So genuinely scary, right? I love that. And the other scary bit was when he first saw the weeping angels move when Angel's eyes were closed in time of the angel in Flesh and Stone. Just perfect balance of adventure and scariness, right? Asylum of the Daleks. I like seeing a bit of Dalek lore. I like the idea of Clara being a Dalek and not realizing it, right? That was really clever. God Complex, give that a rewatch, right? That is stunning, right? And like that, Toby Whithouse didn't get to be the showrunner after Moffat. I want to go to that parallel world where he did. But okay, you wouldn't have had all this gender insanity at the BBC and the rest of the world at the same time. So yeah, that's a much better world to go to. Name of the Doctor. Listen, that bit where you see Colin Baker's Doctor walk in the background, that was enough for me. It really was. I mean, that sent shivers down my spine. I didn't realize how much I loved him. Right until that point. Wedding on River Song, great season finale. Amy's Choice, good, creepy, weird, interesting episode. The Lodger and Closing Time, what the Doctor does on his days off, right? And we've never really seen that before. Night Terror is genuinely scary. Great monsters. Let's Kill Hitler. We started getting the naff ones with the Let's Kill Hitler with but it was a good. It was a good resolution of the previous cliffhanger. Bells of St. John's. Matt Smith isn't very good at playing cynical and jaded, right? So that's was probably why it didn't work. But I liked it was the St. John's, the name written on TARDIS. Girl Who Waited, clever bloody idea. Hyde, also a clever idea. Also, I like the 1970s setting, and this was just a good Doctor Who story. Right, it was a good, weird, creepy Doctor Who story. Same with Beast Below, same with The Snowman, same with Nightmare in Silver. Even though it didn't work that great, Cold War. If only they didn't make the Ice Warriors look so incredibly crap. Dinosaurs on a spaceship, they can't all be winners. Angels Take Manhattan. I love the scene when you had one of the Weeping Angel cherubs blow out the match. I thought that was really clever. And again, I like the expansion of the Weeping Angel lore. I mean, like, look what happens next time we see them. They're essentially a taxi service for, a shadowy Gallifreyan agency that nobody cares about or ever heard of before. Good Man Goes to War. It suffers from too much flash, right? Too much pizzazz and not enough substance, right? But the idea of him getting together his band, I mean, that was all very good. But again, the story, the plotting, I think but there wasn't enough plot to really go through it, right? A Town Called Mercy, good experiment. Crimson Horror, don't know why I didn't like it. Journey Central of the TARDIS. The TARDIS never looked quite as bad since Invasion of Time. Rebel Flesh, Almost People, nearly a good idea, right? Let's a good cliffhanger. Hungry Earth, Cold Blood. I like the redesign of the Silurian slightly. I prefer the original one with the third eye, right? They had a redesign with, and they took that out. Dr. Widow on the Wardrobe, it's not as bad as you remember. Rings of Akatan is as bad as you remember. And Power of Three, if you can't sleep, baby. That's how that goes. But man, that is a strong bloody era. Let's see what Doctor Who magazine has to say about it. Doink. Fine. Last time we conducted a survey for every single story. The 11th Doctor run had only just ended. As a result, the era was presumably the strongest in most readers' recent memories. But I find, to get a good beat on these, you've got to let things settle, right? You've got to let things settle in your head a bit. They settled in a weird way, though, with him. So perhaps many of the scores given were based on the immediate gut reaction. Fair. Now, a decade later, fans have had a chance to rewatch these adventures many more times and perhaps reassess them in the context of the eras we've seen since. None of them have been as good, and I love Capaldi. As such, there has been quite a lot of movement in the chart, certainly compared to some of the other Doctors. That is true. Back in 2014, the Doctor won the entire poll, beating the second place Blink why is Blink so bloody popular? And the third place, Genesis of the Daleks. I can't, really? While I find it a more enjoyable story than both, I don't think it's a better Doctor. I think Genesis of the Daleks would be number one there. Although there's still the 11th Doctor's top rated, though still the 11th top rated story. This time it's a slightly narrower victory than before. But does this mean that writer Stephen Moffat has the poll toppers for the 9th, 10th, and 11th Doctor? Probably. Can he make a clean sweep with the 12th? I'm sure he can. In second place is Vincent and the Doctor, which displaces the 11th Hour as the top story from Matt Smith's first season. These three sit comfortably above the rest of the pack and will progress to the final round of our survey. Again, just so you can get Jodie Whittaker can get a bloody look in, right? And probably Colin Baker for that matter, right? It's literally just so Jodie Whittaker can get a look in and not be embarrassed. I'm looking forward to going over that season survey. God, I'm going to rip the piss there. That we would have a special 9-hour show for. The winner of the Doctor Who's Magazine 2010 survey was a two-party Pendulum and Big Bang. Well, it just happened, right? So people were somewhat enamored by it. But now it's the third most popular story from that season. The fourth highest Smith story overall. Vincent by comparison was only voted the fourth back in 2010. Oh, yeah, I guess I hear that. This is symptomatic of an intriguing trend we can spot throughout the era. Several high-profile season openers and finales, most notably Good Man Goes to War and Let's Go Hitler and the Wedding the River Song, aside from the Daleks, Angels Take Manhattan and Name of Doctor have all suffered. Yeah, because they all had a very, very glitzy. They were very, they had a lot of shininess to them, but not as much substance. They don't work well when you rewatch them, right? I mean, Pyramids of Mars works better than all of them with all their glitz, right? And Pyramid of Mars is not a story that one could say with your hand on the heart had glitz, right? I mean, not even Sablon glitz. That's clear declines in the poll since the last big poll. These event episodes, there you go, are still highly regarded, but we might speculate their initial thrill has partially dissipated. Well, you don't need to speculate. You've seen it. You have the numbers, right? It's called math. This is not speculation. You can see it happening, right? Their initial thrill is partially dissipated now and are no longer part of the recent era of the show. However, some of the more cerebral and understated Matt Smith episodes, particularly Amy's Choice and Christmas Carol, did I miss a bit? The Girl Who Waited and the God Complex have seen their stock rise. God Complex is a great story, right? It really is a great story. Like just on every level, design, writing, direction, acting, freaking excellent. And I love the central idea behind it, right? Where are we up to? Doink. With the Gold Complex have seen their stock rise as they race up the charts. Well, they did inside the top 10 or just outside. One or two other low-key episodes that were criticized by fans in the original transmission, and particularly Beast Below and the Rings of Akaten, have also positively reappraised, making the significant strides upwards. Rings of Akaten did not deserve to stride upwards. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely did not deserve to stride upwards in my estimation. Well, that was it. Another story that needed a few rewatches to appreciate it is Matt Smith's regeneration at Time of the Doctor. I do enjoy that episode, right? I do enjoy that episode, which is only just aired on last occasion. We asked you to vote. On the original transmission, this Christmas special received a somewhat mixed response because fans were still basking in the sheer spectacle of the blockbuster of the 50th anniversary episode. That is fair, right? That is absolutely fair. I mean, like, you put anything next to Day of the Doctor and it's not going to be as good. It just, it is very glitzy, right? Very, very glitzy. Yeah, let's look at. 1 second. I have the trailer for that over here. Where is it? Where did I put that? Wait. Was it over here? I've
had many faces, many lives. And there's one.
Well, one of the things I loved about Dare the Doctor is them using model Daleks like to blow up. It gave it happier times. Now, I'd love to go back to 2013. Oh, 2013 is so much better than now. A decade later on, this poetic and thoughtful episode is being appreciated much more positive. That's fair enough, right? I do agree with it. Appropriately, it seems that sometimes you just need to sit back and wait a few years. That is a fair comment, right? Let's see them evaluate the top three. Who are the top three? Eddie Robertson, gaze at the masterpiece, one beginning and ending in Musée d'Orsay, another in the National Gallery. Okay. Across these best of each Doctor polls, it's hard to think of one where the top three titles have been more different. And that's interesting. Yeah, they are very, very different stories, aren't they? None of them really a normal Doctor Who story, which is my problem with the ones they picked. The third place at 11th hour still stands as one of the most confident hit the ground running opening episodes of Doctor Who ever had. Absolutely. In the 15 months between the announcement of Matt Smith's casting and his debut, there have been doubters. He was relatively unknown. He was so young, but it swiftly became clear he was born to do this. Yeah, I mean, again, a more perfect Doctor you couldn't imagine, right? Apparently he beat out Patterson Joseph for it, who I always wanted to play the Doctor, but I'm so glad we got Matt Smith. Really don't know, but he was born to do this. Smith's energy and newness still suffuses this episode 13 years later. It's the whole season, frankly, most of his era. And Stephen Moffat's script brilliantly plays into the energy by taking place virtually in real time from the Doctor's point of view, giving us the first hour of this new incarnation. It looks gorgeous. The early scenes at the Pond House have hyper real glow that kick the Doctor aesthetics up again. And again, yeah, and the monster was so perfect as well for Doctor Who, right? I think, yeah, it really, really worked well. We love to talk about the flexibility of Doctor Who's format, but most of the time it offers adventure narratives, regardless of the time and place. You usually conform to a similar shape. That's not really true. It's a story about mental illness and eventual suicide of a real human being is a different thing and difficult to fit into Doctor Who without trivializing it. What you mean, like the way Jodie did with I feel a bit socially awkward. Oh, fuck me. Man, that is going to be a poll to get to the bottom of that one. But there's a Doctor, which you vote in the second place, does so beautifully. You don't really get that often, do you? Right, a Doctor Who story about mental illness and suicide with general historical figures. The Cephalus is quite a minor presence. The real monster is, as Van Gogh, Tony Curran makes it explicit in the episode, in a devastating line as the Doctor prepares to leave, is his illness. Richard Curtis' script doesn't again, you need a real master writer like Richard Curtis to take this on, I think, right? Absolutely. Doesn't reach for easy answers. Now, that, I think, was always a problem of the Zygon Invasion, Zygon Inversion, right? Zygon Invasion, Zygon Inversion was really smart, right? Was really smart in that it dealt with the radical Islam, right? And ISIS and radicalized Islam, which was huge at the time, but it cops out, right? It cops out by the Doctor doing a speech and they'll go, oh, we'll all be friends then. ISIS would never do that, right? Richard doesn't really reach for easy answers, and the episode remains one of the Doctor's great achievement, proving that, yes, you can do almost anything in this series. I guess so. By contrast, when it doesn't expand Doctor Who's broad range of storytelling, but instead crunched it all into 77 minutes. Well, I think no. I think this is something very much a new Who that we didn't get in classic Who, which was the blockbuster episode, right? The huge blockbuster story episode, which again you don't get. You only get in the 2005 onwards, and I think this is probably one of the best of them. Yeah, I mean, especially in terms of Doctor Who-iness, right? It's a celebration of it's a celebrating historical and unit alien invasion thriller. That bit was the least interesting to me, the whole Zygons, and an epic space war saga all at once. It's true. Serving as a sequel to one of the most popular stories of the 1970s. Well, it's not really a sequel. Really, what's it called again? Invasion of the Zygons? What the hell is that story called? Oh, yeah. Hang on a second. Now I got, oh, man. Doctor Who episode guy. What's the name of that bloody story? Oh, man. Terror of the Zygons. Oh, that was painful. That was genuinely painful. There was not really a sequel to that. While in inclusion of the Time War storyline and giving us a whole new Doctor in the process, it's remarkable that it not only works, but it's superbly entertaining and heartfelt. Yes, absolutely. As a pure celebration of Doctor Who, it's hard to beat. I like the 5 Doctors. As you voted number 1, it seems you agree. Let's see what they say about the last ones. After a twisty brilliance of A Christmas Carol, the 2011's Christmas special had a lot to live up to. Yeah, it didn't come close, I'm afraid. And by comparison, the Second World War, set at C.S. Lewis pastiche, Dr. William Ruhr feels slightly rather straightforward. It feels slightly stupid, right? I didn't like the kid in it. It just... and just a bit depressive as well, with what's his name, she's hiding. Basically, the main part of the story is she's hiding the death of their father from the kids because she doesn't want Christmas to be the time that their father died, right? And Matt Smith's there, like she helped him out at the beginning, which was great, right? I mean, I did like that opening bit. But there's a lot of funnier stuff in the episode, not just from the Space Foresters, Bill Bailey, like his Black Books co-star, Tasman Grigg in The Long Game, never gets to meet the Doctor. I didn't know that. But also the eponymous widow, Magic Arwell, Claire Skinner, her remarks, something like this was bound to happen. See, you can really feel Sherlock taking his attention at this point. About Cyril opening up his presents too early. It's a magnificent joke that almost slides unnoticed, but at the end of at the other end of the scale, you have a cry, "Please don't make me watch him die!" Right in front of her children who don't know. Yeah, it's great. You're right. I forgot about that. That was fantastic. Worst 11th Doctor episode? Not even close. I don't think so. Yeah. Well. Yeah. The worst 11th Doctor episode, as I said, was The Power of Three, right? Where did Power of Three come out with them? Not low enough, mate. Blimey. Where is it? Wow. Power of Three, it is like nearly 8 points ahead of that. I don't understand at all. I do not understand at all. But yeah. That's certainly going to be the Matt Smith is going to be the one to beat. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.